さすが絵だポッドキャスト Hello and welcome to Sasuga Ada's monthly podcast where I answer questions, provide a space for you to share your creativity, and let you guys in on what I'm working on this month. You can submit Q&A questions, your headcanons, and any additional messages to me via email or fill out the headcanon submission Google spreadsheet linked in the description. Please read the instructions regarding the template of the email and spreadsheet. If you have any further questions, you can click on my January podcast linked in the description as well and go to the end where I walk you through on how to submit your headcanon and questions. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into business. 皆さんのマイ設定シェアリングタイム So let's go ahead and get started with the headcanons. We have quite a few headcanons this month, and there's this really long one, so I'd like to get started with that. So the headcanon submission is by AI539. Thank you, AI539. And then the character is for MHA Dabi. And this is like in honor of Dabi, or as some know him, blah blah blah. Cause that's like a spoiler, but oh well, everyone knows that already. Like birthday day, I'm going to do a YNX Toya fanfiction that starts at a point in another story. Okay, a little bit hesitant because this sounds like heavy spoilers, but whatever. Whatever. Gonna read it anyways. So like, yeah, spoiler alert, guys. You have been warned. Whatever spoiler there is beyond here is, not my fault. Alright. Okay, let's go. This one's pretty long, so yeah, just sit tight, guys. After Dabi had finished burning the house and him and Shinso went their separate ways, Shinso then quickly handled the cover-up and did something out of character as a result of what today was. He did something nice for someone besides Hawks or you. He went over to Keigo's cake/bakery and picked up a cake, a strawberry cake with buttercream frosting that was frosted to have a blue and white marble effect. He went and picked up some cinnamon 8-ball on his way to the place you had told him to leave everything, which was a very random bush in the middle of the woods atop a hill. But you being the weird person you were, he didn't think much about it and dropped things off. Then he sent a simple message to you, delivered kitten. It read, "You had received the message and started the plan. You got in your car and drove to where you knew Dabi would be. Now you knew would be a complete mystery to anyone else, but for you it was simple. You had just learned his extremely complicated pattern of routes he took to get home each day. So as you approached Evans Street, he popped out the alley just on time. Hey, hop in, you yell as you rolled down the window. He jumped in without saying anything, but kept looking at the ominous package in the backseat. It was wrapped sloppily in the middle in multiple different wrappings, with tape and ribbon everywhere. You firstly stopped at the basketball court and got out, stripping out of your leather jacket. Stripping out of your leather jacket. I think you missed a P there. Stripping out of your leather jacket, leaving only your tank top, and picked up a ball. While you were shooting hoops, Dabi yelled at you. What are you doing? What did you pick me up for if you're just gonna play ball? Well, it's supposed to be a 1v1, but I guess you're too scared for this little mouse's amazing skill to even get out of the car, he responded. You saw the surprise in his eyes at your dominant behavior. So he quickly jumped out of the car, using the window just to fuck with you, and stripped his shirt off. Oh, if you think If you think you're gonna get away with that sly little remark, little mouse, you are dead wrong, he said as he ran full speed at you, only to stop right before you. Being so startled by his sudden attack, you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. He leaned in really close and almost kissing you, only to bend down and get the ball. You once again flushed, looked at the ground. He shot a 3-pointer, and with the swoosh of the net, you snapped out of your embarrassment and looked up at him. He had the slyest grin on his face. Now, what are the stakes, Mouse? Because you know I never play a game without a victory prize. I don't know, how about a taste of my dust, you say as you try to smack the ball from him in order to score, only to fail. Little mouse, not so fast. How about this? You yell at me. What? Okay, you tell me what the ugly ass writing package is in the back seat. And what if I win? You say slyly as you get in his face like he was yours. If you win, you can keep the ugly ass package, he replied. I don't want it anyways. It's not mine, you said, headbutting him. The shock from you once again acting so out of character caused him to lower his defenses. He took this opportunity to take the ball and shoot. All you had to do now was get even more points, but you saw fire in his eyes, and you knew it was game on. The rest of the game, it was game on. The rest of the game was going to be hard, considering your defense game was terrible. So it became a game of stamina. You had to keep him from getting the ball while scoring when you could until he gave up. But you gave out first to the cold air that approached as the sun started to fall. He took the ball and scored the remaining 18 points as he needed. Now tell me what the package is, Mouse, he said as he grabbed the face and looked you in the eyes. You don't listen very well, do you? I said you could have it, you said, and walked back to the car. He followed behind and sat in the front seat, throwing his feet on the dash as he started to unwrap the gift. It was a jar filled with a liquid he didn't quite recognize. What's this? He said. I don't know. How about you taste some? He sarcastically said. So he took the advice and went to take a sip. But he was quickly stopped by you. It's a new fuel for your flamethrower. It should make them more blue, you responded with a sign. Oh, he said, still curious what it tastes like, but put it away instead, since you obviously had another stop in mind. So you guys stopped at a nearby convenience store and picked up some sparklers, but he didn't know what you had gotten because he opted to stay in the car while you went inside. Plus, with the particular convenience store gave out black bags just at the liquor store, so he couldn't see what you got in the car either. Before you drove off, you handed him a blindfold and smiled. He didn't question what you wanted to do with it and simply put it on as you drove to the next destination. And now, being nightfall, you got out of the car and helped him out so that he would not fall. You told him to stay for a moment and went to retrieve the cake and 8-ball from the bush that you and Toya used to hide from Endeavor back when you guys were kids. You proceeded to the now quite large patch of emptiness from where his fire had burned everything. Then you went and retrieved him and sat down in the middle of the patch with everything set up and took off his blindfold. Every emotion he had and possible some new ones flooded him at once. You had not only remembered his birthday and gave him a gift, but got him a cake. and the cherry on top planted his favorite flowers in the patch where he had burned himself to death that day. It looked completely different thanks to you. So much so that if it hadn't been for that horrific event, he wouldn't even recognize it. You gave him a sparkler and a piece of his strawberry cake. I can't believe you did all this for me. You even knew my favorite flavored cake, and I've never even told anyone that before, he said between tears. You're the best little mouse. This is the best birthday I've ever had. You had now given him the birthday he had never thought he would get and replaced the memories he held at that seemingly insignificant patch into beautiful ones. Now let's read the card, you said, clapping your hands together. Happy birthday from Chicken Nugget and Aizawa's secret love child, the card read with a big smiley face. Aw, that's cute. This is really out of nowhere actually, because like I had no idea what this was from. And just like you said in the beginning, like this is like a fan fiction that starts at a point in another story. I'm like really confused because like this looks like kind of like a snippet from like another fan fiction, which is fine. The only complaint I have is you made so many spelling mistakes and you didn't put enough like periods and commas, and just like, yeah, it was really difficult to read. So just a tip from a writer to another writer, definitely check your spelling, check your punctuation, definitely use caps. Please use caps when you can. It helps a lot for the readers to know where to stop. And this isn't just about like people who need to read it out loud. It's just like when you're reading in general, if you come across like typos, usually some people could put the pieces together, but there are a lot of typos that you made because like missing a letter makes it into like another word. So reading through it the first time, it's like you would miss that, and then it was like, wait, this sounds weird, and then you go back and it's like, oh, it's supposed to be spelled like another way, and so that makes it make sense. But like I think it really does affect the reading experience. So just a tip from a writer to another writer, always check your spelling, check your punctuation. It really elevates the reading experience for the readers. So yeah, I really liked it. Thank you so much. It was cute. It was really cute. Moving on to our next podcast submission by Hiren-chan. Hi Hiren-chan, thank you for the submission. And the headcanon is for Bungo Stray Dogs Dazai. Oh god. Yeah, so many requests for Dazai in my comment section, so thank you so much, Hiren, for giving this, because like I am not ready to make any Dazai headcanons yet. Okay, cool, awesome. So the headcanon. After a long day of work, you came home to the pleasant smell of your favorite dish. You peeked around the kitchen door to see Dazai cooking your favorite dish with the recipe in hand. You decided to just stand there and watch, not to ruin the surprise. And done! You heard him after a few minutes. He took out the silver spoon from a nearby cabinet and tasted it. His face twisted in disgust, but you didn't see it since he wasn't facing you. You jumped out from behind the door. Hey, what are you doing? You said, pretending not to know. He tried to hide the food behind him. Oh, nothing, he replied. You pointed at the dish behind him and asked, ooh, isn't that quote-unquote insert favorite dish? I don't know what your guys' favorite dish is, but mine is french fries. Okay. Oh, isn't that my french fries? Yeah, but don't try it. It's terrible, he said nervously. You didn't listen to him, picked up a spoon and tried it. It's delicious, you screamed. Really? He asked. Very, you replied as you ate spoonfuls. Okay, I guess you can't eat spoonfuls of french fries, but like, oh well, I'll pretend. I think that makes sense. It makes sense. I actually think Dazai wouldn't be a good cook. That is a valid headcanon. And I think it's cute how the reader, listener slash listener, you know, would tell him, you know, it's good, and then finish it. That's cute. It's like a typical cute like relationship little situation. Yeah, definitely Dazai probably not a good cook. I don't know if he would try to cook, but definitely wouldn't be a good cook. I can see it though. I can definitely see it. It's cute. Okay, next podcast submission, and this one is by Braxton. Thanks, Braxton. For anime is My Hero Academia, character Hitoshi Shinso. Yeah, Shinso, my boy. Okay, let's go. I didn't know if I was supposed to make my own headcanons, but I did, so here you go. Oh, okay, yeah, Braxton, you did it right. This is like for you to, you know, make your own headcanon. So yeah. Okay, cool. So Shinso is a big softie for cuddles. For example, if it's winter, he will not let you even lift a leg while cuddling. Yeah, I see it. Big cuddle person, and I feel like he's the type that would, you know, make you curl into a ball, and like he would like hug you while you're like in a ball shape. Yeah. Okay, next one. Shinso is not a fan of PDA, but when eating at a restaurant, he'll hold your hand under the table, or when on a subway or Uber, etc., he'll fall asleep on your shoulder or put his arm around you. Oh, I see that. Like, I don't even think he would like just hold it on the table. I think it would be like over the table. He'd just like place a hand over yours and just like casually eat. Yeah, that sounds cute. Okay. Half of the time, Shinso is snuggling his cats instead of you, but oh my god. I'm jealous. Okay. Half of the time, Shinso is snuggling his cats instead of you, but when Shinso notices you're jealous, he'll stop everything to make sure you feel loved for the few days. He'll show you more affection towards you. Oh my god, I feel like such a cat. Shinso is a really good cook, and no matter how small of a meal you ask, he will overdo the whole thing, but it's fine because it's always a good meal. I think Shinso is like a decent cook. He doesn't strike me as a type who's like a chef material, but I feel like he makes really good like, you know, local delicacies and just like household dishes. I think he's like that kind of like really good household dish kind of cook, and nothing really extravagant, but like anything that like normal people eat and every day, you know, he can make all of those. So he strikes me as that type. So yeah, it's really cute. Shinso is very innocent, so if you sit on his lap, he won't get turned on or anything, because he just doesn't get how that is sexual. Excuse me, thanks. I'm still in my allergy phase. Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. Yeah, I think so. Shinso, I think he's the type that is like, I wouldn't say he's like particularly innocent, but I feel like it's like so much so that like he doesn't, you know, get the references or like, you know, get the sexualness of like certain physical touches. He just like, his brain just doesn't really go there, but like when it needs to, when it's like super obvious, he still, you know, gets it. So like he's like that kind of person. At least that's how it seems to me. Okay, I hope you like it or use it. Love your videos. Bye. Thank you. Thanks, Braxton. That was a good one. Okay, next we have from Scully Cakes. Hi, Scully. Anime, My Hero, character for Dabi. Headcanons. Dabi is rough during sex. Yeah, I already know that. Thanks. 2. Since Dabi can be blunt with his words, rude or not, he will tell you straight up if you look good or not, in whatever outfit you're wearing. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, I think Dabi would tell you that shit looks ugly, like take it off. Like I think he would do that. And then if it looks good, I mean, like he'll be like, it looks good. Yeah, you can wear it. but I don't think he'll I think Dobby has a little bit of tsundere-ness in him, so I don't think he'll like express it in such a way that he's like, oh my god, you look so beautiful. No, I don't think so, but like definitely will be very honest with you. If he thinks it looks good, yeah, he'll tell you. He's like, looks good. And if it doesn't, he'll literally be like, take it off. It's like, that's ugly. Don't go shopping with Dobby. He's so brutal. 3. Dobby has a habit of leaving bite marks on areas that show every day. He wants people to know you're his only. And then the next one is Fanon. Dobby will remove one side of his staples, not sure, to mess with you, even sexually, if into that. Okay, I think the third one, the bite marks one, is also a little bit of Fanon Dobby, just because I think like canon Dobby is like, you know, probably doesn't have like the mental capacity to do romance. So any sort of like romance headcanons is pretty Fanon of him. Oh, it's so sad. That is so sad to think about, but like, yeah. And I think removing his staples / stitches, whatever they are, I think they're more like piercings, like staple piercings that like hold him together. I don't know how to like, honestly, I don't know. But like, I don't know. Does that turn you guys on? It's kind of scary to me though. Like I've seen those like, you know, fan arts of, you know, Dobby like taking his like piercings off and then like spreading his fingers through his like jaw and then sticking his tongue out. That looks a little creepy to me. But like, you know, it's a good concept. Like I feel like he would do that to like scare people or just like mess with people. If you're like, especially if you don't really like it, like if it looks creepy to you, and you know, if he knows that it gives you the creeps, I think he'll do it on purpose. I think so. I think he's like that kind of guy who is just like willing to mess with you. Okay, quotes. You really needed this, huh? Well, scream louder so everyone can hear you. Bro, why am I reading the quotes? When giving him oral, I'll let you breathe for a second. Okay, time's up. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sounds like him. Literally doesn't give you a second to breathe. Okay, does your outfit look good? I guess. Though it looked better on my floor. Bruh. Okay. Okay, Dobby, you're done. Alright. Next, headcanon submission we have from Marcy. Thanks, Marcy. Attack on Titan, Armin. Okay. Let's go. Headcanon. Armin is the type of boyfriend that pretty much blushes involuntarily when he sees you, because whenever he does lay eyes on you, his mind can't comprehend how a beauty like you fell for him. Even though he's the most thoughtful boyfriend, will go the extra mile to keep you safe and make you happy. He heavily doubts himself, so it's really helpful. Sorry, I can't read. So it's really helpful when you reassure him. He's also a tryhard, so help him to de-stress and get out of his head every once in a while. He probably won't always make the move, but sometimes he'll surprise you with a handhold or a kiss to the cheek. He's a very sweet boyfriend, but it doesn't mean he's prudish. Once he knows the way you like to be kissed, it's over. Oh god. I believe you, yeah. Like, yeah. I see it. You know, definitely thoughtful, shy, probably will have a hard time getting used to the fact that he's in a relationship. And then, you know, will definitely treasure you to like extreme extents, you know. Definitely very cute boyfriend. Highly recommend. Okay, next one, also by Marcy, is for Naruto, and character is Sasuke. This is like a rant slash headcanon, so okay. A rant. Okay, let's see how much of a rant this is. Pretty sure everyone knows how Sasuke is by now. Because of his upbringing and revenge that festered in his heart, he came off like a guy no one can get close to. And while females love a cold, sexy, emotionally damaged and detached character and want to be the one that melts his heart and burn with hatred for many, many years, it's not something that happens overnight. Whew, that was a mouthful. But yes, I agree. To this day, he still struggles with showing deep affection. Yeah, that's technically canon. The man is still detached. Rarely does he show any form of love. Let's forget he even... Okay, do you mean not forget or forget? Okay, you know what? Let's just go with it. Let's forget he even got married and has a daughter. TBH, I think he just did that to make sure he was able to restart the Uchiha clan, because let's face it, it's more out of necessity or maybe an accident than out of pure love. I agree. I totally agree. I think him and Sakura really like came out of absolute nowhere. Like, it was just like so forced and so sudden, like yeah, it's like, okay, time to restart the Uchiha clan. I'm gonna just pick the girl who has been obsessed with me since childhood because, you know, I'm too lazy to like find another girl. Okay, continuing. But disregarding that he is wedded and he has bred and born a child, your use of words, oh my god, okay, sorry. Continuing. He's come a long way from the Sasuke we're used to. He deeply cares even if he's unable to express it verbally, hence the 2-finger sign to the forehead, which is his only form of love that has been witnessed. Years of trauma can't be mended overnight. He needs a lot more years of healing. So you'll probably have to have a lot of patience and love for this man. Like Sakura, who literally waited on this man, you're gonna have to take the good, the bad, the ugly. You've got to be mentally, emotionally, and physically strong woman to even step to this man. Because let's face it, that's his type. He likes a woman that fawns over him, that's obedient to him, but who's got the spunk to challenge him once in a while, but only once in a while. He'll get annoyed easily if you're persistently challenging his authority. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I never really thought about it. I was really never much of a Naruto headcanon person. Like, when I first started writing fanfiction, I wrote for Naruto because that was like my first fandom ever. But like, I was never like into like making headcanon, like short headcanons for like Naruto characters, mainly because it's like too old of an anime for me right now. Cause not that it's like too old as in it's like the anime itself is old, is more like I watched it so long ago, and at the time that I was watching it, I wasn't really thinking about all the like spicy shit that I think about now. Like, I was still young back then. I was like innocent and stuff. So I mainly thought about, kind of like pure romance and stuff, and only for the characters that I really like, so like Gaara, right? So never really thought much about Sasuke, plus like Sasuke was like one of my least favorite characters in the show. Mainly because I felt I hated betrayals, and I thought he betrayed the village, and like, the village was dope, the village was cool, and then he just literally went like, nope, I'm gonna go with the crazy snake guy, and I hate crazy snake guys, so like, yeah, didn't like him. But yeah, I mean, I like looking at this Marcy's headcanons, like I can kind of see it, but I also don't 100% agree with it. I feel like Sasuke isn't necessarily the type that really like wants like a woman who fawns over him. Rather, like, Like, he's not, let me see. Let me think about this. I don't think he's that vain. Like, that he would, particularly like a woman just because he fawns over him. But, like, I think to a certain extent he would prefer someone who could, like, be toe-to-toe with him. Like, so which is why he didn't like Sakura in the beginning, because he thought that she was, far behind, much weaker than him. But then when he accepted her, she was, like, already really strong, and she could technically, she was technically on the same level as him in Naruto. Well, I mean, a lot of people might disagree with me on this one, but, like, in a way she was, like, at the same level. Like, she has, like, reached that level. So, like, he needs a woman that he can recognize in strength, strength-wise. And then I don't know if he necessarily need to fawn over him. I feel like that's more of, like, a side thing. Like, okay, if you do, and if you don't, he'll try to get you to do that. But, like, it's like, I don't know, this guy's weird. I have a hard time, like, analyzing this guy. It's just like, ugh, because I don't really like him. Ugh. Yeah, this guy's a hard one. Okay, that is it for headcanon submissions. So thank you guys for submitting headcanons. I know I've been a bit dead this month, but, like, yeah, thank you guys so much. So continuing on with our next section.
Sasuga Ida Q&A.
I call this my Q&A section, but really it's just Q&A and messages all together, so, like, let's go. Okay, first question. Do you like the ship Odazai? Odazai. Let me think. Who's the O again? Like, it's been so long since I watched, like, Bungo Stray Dogs, and I never really, like, enjoyed it. So, like, let me take a look at who Odazai is. Give me a second. Oh, so, like, Odazai is Oda, Sanosuke, and Dazai. Okay. I see. Did Oda, like, I don't think I ever got to Oda. Was his, like, was he in the first season? Because, like, if he was in the first season, then I probably, like, saw him. But, like, if he was in, like, the second season, I probably didn't get there because, like, I kind of, like, stopped in the middle of the, like, second season. Like, in the beginning of the second season, I just, like, dropped because, like, I don't know, it's just, like, I wasn't that into Bungo Stray Dogs. So I'm sorry. I guess I don't like or dislike because I don't really know the characters, but, like, they look cute together. Like, visually, I like it. Visually, so yeah. Message from Hiden-chan. I hope you're doing well. I really love your content. Thank you. I'm, like, barely surviving, but, like, okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Okay, question from okay, got a message from Scully, so thank you, Scully. Miss talking to you, my friend. Been dealing with a lot and I'd rather not put here, but I hope you are pacing yourself. Also, I like the scenarios you have written so far for your spicy content. Can't wait to read the next one. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's been hard for all of us these days. I totally understand, I don't know what's up with June, but it's been rough. It's been rough. Okay, next question we got from Marcy. Hi Ada, I want to ask if you're in a rut or / artistic block. What's your OCs? With your OCs, since I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you done any art for them. Also, how are you doing? What have you been up to? Another question I'd like to ask is, which is probably childish, but if you could be any exotic animal, what would you be and why? I can't be domestic animal like cat or dog? It has to be exotic. Okay. So I don't know if I'm in like an artistic block for my OCs, mainly because like recently I have not been doing art at all. Ever since my last like Tokyo Revengers video, because I feel like that one really drained me a lot, and I've just been taking a break from art ever since. Recently just been too busy to think about art, honestly. Like, I will be talking a little bit more about my busyness a little later in the next section. But yeah, I'm not, like, I guess you could say yes and no to this question, but like, yeah, I guess. Another question I like to ask is probably childish. The exotic animal one. I would choose, and this is not because it has any like personality thing, or it's just I want to be a panda, because pandas are protected animals and they live like such good lives being protected, and like literally they're sheltered throughout their lives, get fed, all they have to do is sit around and play. They don't have to like, oh, excuse my alarm. Anyways, all they have to do is just sit around and play, and you know, they don't have to worry about food or anything. They just get like, you know, like, life is just good for pandas. I would be a panda. I want to be a panda. Like, if I had to choose, I would choose a panda and live a very good life of not having to worry about anything. Yeah. And then our message from Marcy is, "Hi Ada, how are you? I hope all is well. I see that you're a little busy, but I know that you're still doing your best to upload quality content. Keep your chin up, you're doing awesome. I'm looking forward to see more of your lovely art content as well as your headcanons. I've been busy with school, but as always, your headcanons are what keeps me going. Thank you so much. Please continue to take care of yourself and your health." Oh, thank you, Marcy. Yeah, life's been rough. It's been busy. And I get it. Like, I've been a little bit undermotivated these days because, I don't know, summer just does that to you. I think I missed a message from Hiren-chan in the submission form. "I hope that you're doing well. Love your content." Oh, thank you. I hope you're doing well too. And then from AI539, "Hope you're well and thanks, and also sorry for being so long." It's fine. It's honestly fine. Just next time, I hope you can check the spelling a little more and fix the punctuation and check for caps. And if English isn't your, you know, mother tongue, and you're not like that good at writing in English, I think writing fan fiction is always a good opportunity to improve. At least that's how it was for me. Like, English was my like, you know, second language, I guess. And it's not my best subject in school, but I think for me, writing fanfiction and stuff like that really helped me improve my spelling, punctuation, grammar in general, and vocabulary. Like, just me trying to look up words to express the emotions I want to express. So yeah, really recommend people to get into like writing as a way to improve your English. Okay, and that concludes our Q&A and message section. So thank you guys so much for all the nice messages and questions, and let's continue to the next section. So like, the next section is where I kind of like talk about this month, what I've been doing, and basically I guess I'll tell you guys why this podcast is like super late. It's like the end, barely making the end of this month. So basically, June has been rough for me. In the beginning of June, you know, I posted the video for Tokyo Revengers. That one took me a long long time to do because there were so many drawings I had to do, and then I had to color all of them, line art all of them. It was difficult. But I really enjoyed that, but like it kind of like was a little bit draining, and after that I just like did not want to draw for like a very long time. So I've been, putting it off. And also it's just like this month I had a lot going on. So my brother had to move from where he used to live back to now where, the area where me and my parents live. He used to live about like 3-4 hours away for work. But now that he's like gotten a new job and he's moving back into the area, we had to help him move. And that happened during the beginning of June. And then I had a busy time at work. Like I had just had a lot piled up on me at work, so that was kind of draining. Usually if I finish my work like early, I don't have much to do, then I will take some time to do some fan fiction or drawing. And I've been drawing a lot the past few months, so right now I'm kind of like moving back into the fan fictionness phase of it. So like I think I'm gonna slowly ease out of drawing for a while, like lay down on that and move into writing a little more, because for me, like writing and drawing, those are all just phases throughout the year, what I'm in the mood for, and sometimes I'm just more in the mood for writing, and right now I think I'm in my writing mood. And then I had like a dance performance last Wednesday, and so I was like preparing for that. We had like rehearsals at night, Tuesday, Thursdays, and just a lot of rehearsals, so that took up a lot of time. So yeah, I think June, and then overall, with summer and it getting really hot, for me it's like, it really does mess up the motivation, and I just really just want to laze in bed all day. Like I've been super dead today, and you can tell my lack of enthusiasm in reading everything. And so I'm sorry guys if the quality of this this podcast is just like shit, because like literally tired as fuck. So yeah. And also, I think a lot of you guys might have saw on my story, but we got a new cat, a new kitten, and Cotton, my cat, is not very happy about that. So I'm trying to figure out how to like get them to accept each other, especially try to get Cotton to accept the new kitten. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of like pet training right now, so that definitely takes up a lot of time and energy for me. Fortunately, I think my dog Kaka really likes my new kitty. So yeah, going to be doing a lot of that. I don't really know what I have in plans for next month, because like right now I'm just really not in the mood for it. Also I had to move out of my original room, and that was during the middle of the month, which would be the normal time when I would be like recording the podcast. Is also why this podcast is so late, is because I had an uncle move in, so I had to move out of my original room, which was the guest room, back into my other room, which I used for work room. Like my house is going to be super full. Like next month, the beginning of next month, my aunt is coming over with my cousin, and they're going to be staying for a long time. And so my house is definitely going to be pretty full, and my uncle's going to be staying here for a few months too, because he's here to like renew his green card. So that'll take at least like 4 months. So like I had to move all of my computer setup to like another room, and yeah, and it took a long time to set everything back up, and god, I'm still tired. I just woke up. I'm like not in the mood for anything. And also we have like apparently we have like a party to go to tonight. I'm just like not in the mood for that either. Like god, summer break used to be like the best thing ever. Like, I used to really like summers, but now that I'm like an adult now and summer break is not a thing anymore, I'm just like, ugh, summers. Not motivated. Very unmotivated. Oh my god, who feels me? Like, I need another nap. I'm gonna go nap with my kitty sometime today. Yeah. So yeah. Other than that, all has been well. So, worry not. I'm very healthy. Just a little bit drained physically, emotionally, mentally. And yeah, my mom's been trying to get me to like get a boyfriend. So she's been like pushing me out of the house to like socialize, and I'm just like very drained from all the socialization. I wish that anime characters could come real, because I would not have any problem with socializing with them, but like, unfortunately. So yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna cut the podcast short this month, because obviously I'm like dead. So yeah, last night didn't sleep well either, because I was at like another party and I was binge watching Kingdom with like some old family friends, and I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, these zombie kind of things actually do give me a little bit nightmares. So like, I didn't sleep well last night, so oh, I'm dead. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it short here. I hope you guys, have a great rest of the month, even though there's like nothing left of it. Have a great July too. I'll try not to like be so late with the podcast for July. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and hope you guys have a great day. Stay healthy, stay simping. See you guys.